Do executive producers invest capital into the project too? So I'm going to talk about TV, not film, but generally the rule is no. As a rule of thumb, you always want to play with someone else's money, not your own. That means the studios. The studios, they're these big giant corporations. They have deep pockets. Let them pay for the damn thing. That said, I have personally worked on at least 2 projects where the executive producers invested some of their own money to help get the project sold. One was Maron on IFC, starring Mark Maron. And so that came from Dennis Leary's production company, Apostle. And so they shot a presentation, kind of real low down and dirty, real cheap, but just enough to use it as a selling tool to sell it to IFC. Once IFC brought it to series, my partner and I were hired to be the showrunners of that. Interestingly enough, my partner and I actually have a project right now, which we are doing with those same producers, not Dennis Leary, but the 2 other producers from that. And we're shopping that around, but we are not making a presentation. We don't want to spend the money. So take that for what it's worth. The other project was Glenn Martin DDS on Nick at Night. That was an animated show, and that came from Michael Eisner. He ran Disney for many years. So he has a production company. In this case, it actually served really more as a studio. And so they financed a cheap, relatively inexpensive presentation, animated presentation, which they used to help sell it to Nick at Night. Once that went to series, my partner and I were brought on to be the showrunners as well. But Michael Eisner was very shrewd about the whole thing. When it was a series, he made it a Canadian co-production, so that Canada helped finance a lot of that. So I think the takeaway many of you are going to have is, so now I got to make a presentation or a sizzle reel or whatever, and that's not what I'm saying. It's not what I would do if I had to do it over again. I've already talked ad nauseum about this on my podcast. If you want to listen to that, the link is in my profile. It's called Screenwriters Need to Hear This. I've also done at least a dozen posts here on this page about what I would do if I had to break into the business now. So go poke around and watch those. If you want me to email, my best videos for you for free, I'm happy to do that. Sign up for my watch list. The link is in my profile as well, michaeljamin.com/watch list. All this will help you, put you on your way. For more, keep following me here at Michael Jamin Writer.